Alright, so this is a quick video. I wanted to do this yesterday, but I just didn't get a chance to, so this is me doing it now. So I wanted to touch on being an entrepreneur. What is it like to kind of, not even what it's like, but to be an entrepreneur in your own skin, in your own space, doing your own thing. And I think a lot of people get confused on what actually being an entrepreneur is. And being an entrepreneur is the freedom to kind of do what you want. You have a great idea. And again, this is me personally, this is my personal opinion on being an entrepreneur. But I feel that it's like you have a great idea. You have you want to start a company. You want, start a tech company. Or you want to start, just your own business or whatever it is that you're good at. You take that passion and you turn it into something that can make you money and can provide for you and your family for years to come. Being an entrepreneur. But also being an entrepreneur is doing whatever you love, whatever you're passionate about in your own way. In your own way. It's kind of, I think, entrepreneurship, if I'm saying that right. I think it is the free space and the free thinking space of business, where you have an opportunity to produce and market and just do something that you love, do something that you're passionate about, and make money doing it. If you're doing it the right way, you'll make money. If you're good at what you're doing, the money will come. And you're not just doing it for the money. You're doing it because you have a passion and love for whatever it is you want to do and want to create. Cool. But I think that a lot of people get entrepreneurship mixed up with the ideologies or the ideals that other people have. And that's not being a true entrepreneur. Being a true entrepreneur to me is taking that love and passion and putting your own spin on it, doing it how you want to do it, not working the 80 to 90 hours a week if you don't feel like it, but being successful on your own terms and by your own means, being the reason that you succeed or the reason that you fail. So, I see a lot of people, they listen to, these motivational speakers, these, big marketers. They read a lot of self-help books and motivational books on business and marketing and how you can be a better this and a better that. The key isn't in the book. The key isn't in the YouTube series, the motivational speakers, spending $2,000 to go see somebody speak that's going to tell you something, that's going to tell you the same thing that you read in their book, or is going to tell you the same thing that you have been practicing and you can tell yourself. And then that comes to a shift in mindset, and I'll get on that in a later video. But being an entrepreneur, you kind of have to put your own spin on it. Like, going to these, like I say, these $2,000. You spending $2,000 to go to a conference that somebody's going to tell you the same thing over and over again. And maybe it takes some repetitiveness for some people to get it. But you spending just think about this, putting this into perspective. You spending $2,000 on a conference to go to see or hear somebody speak. And if you wait 3 weeks, it's going to be free content about that same conference. Not even 3 weeks, a week or 2 weeks. It's going to be free content on YouTube about that exact same conference. And the only reason I would go to any of these conferences, and I know I'm kind of going off a little bit, but the only reason I would go to any conferences or things like that is to network. Is this going to build my network? Am I going to benefit from meeting certain people at this conference, or from meeting the speaker or the presenter? Pitching, certain ideas to different people and getting that raw, honest feedback in the moment. That is what I would spend that money and that time doing, is networking. And even now, you can network on LinkedIn, you can network on Instagram. If you do it the right way, you can build a substantial network on social media and in person without spending $2,000 to do it. Okay, and I feel like, and this kind of jumps back into do it your own way. You don't have to go to these conferences to meet people. You don't have to go and be working, work 80, 90 hours a week to make something of yourself, or to be the entrepreneur that you always dreamed of being, or that you wish to be. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing to get to where you want to be. And it's another quote that I put on, or that I was going to put on Instagram, and it's like, don't let someone else's success be the blueprint for your journey. And that just means, don't let the success of someone else and how they got to that point of being successful, don't let their success be the blueprint for your journey. Everybody's journey is different, whether you're being an entrepreneur, whether you're a student, whether you're working a 9 to 5, whether you're a stay-at-home parent or whatever it is that you are doing or that you are. That's your journey, and nobody else can experience that journey but you. Everybody has to experience their own journey. Has certain experiences along that journey that only they can have. And I feel like being an entrepreneur, and it's like a lot of people say, oh, a lot of people put entrepreneur in the title and the tagline, whatever it may be, but they're not really working hard and they're not really doing this and doing that. Well, who's to say what working hard is for entrepreneurship? Like, who's to say that I gotta work 80 hours a week, that I gotta come home and grind 6 to 7 hours, when I'm tired, I don't work. Like, if you work a 9 to 5, I don't work the 9 to 5. I come home, I gotta clean up, I gotta take care of my kids, I gotta do this, then I gotta put in 5 hours on social media just to grow my business, just because you said I had to do that. And this isn't knocking anyone, and I feel like doing more than saying is the essential part of it all. Being an entrepreneur or whatever it is you want to do is just putting action behind it. It doesn't matter if that action is 30 minutes. It doesn't matter if that action takes 2 or 3 hours, or if that action is going to take you 80 or 90 hours a week of work. Whatever it is that you want to do and what you are passionate about, do that. That is a true entrepreneurial spirit. It's just hard work, patience, and doing what you love on your own terms, in your own time, in your own way. Like, that is what I feel being a true entrepreneur is. And I get a lot of people that's like, I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to get into this space. I want to be into sports marketing. I want to do sports business, this, that, and the third. And it's like, well, do it. Just do it. Whatever. And don't conform yourself to being, to doing certain things because this certain successful person said I had to do this, or this certain person says that this is the best way to do this or to do that. Who cares about what anybody else says? Trial and error is your best friend when you're becoming an entrepreneur, when you are, starting your own business, whatever it is. Trial and error is your best friend, and you can't trial and error without, going off of what other people are saying. You kind of have to try things out. If you, let's say you wanna do digital marketing, right? Okay. So you want to get into digital marketing, maybe you got a product or something that you want to market, and you're trying to find different ways to market it on the internet, through social media, etc. Okay, cool. So, you listen to somebody, you read a book that says this is the best way to do this, and you do it exactly the way they say do it, or the way that they're doing it, and you don't get the same results. What does that tell you? That tells you that being an entrepreneur, doing things for yourself, doing what you love, doing what you're passionate. It's not a cookie cutter mentality. What works for somebody isn't going to work for you. What works for you isn't going to work for somebody else. And, just the circle keeps going. It's like, do you in the time that it takes, you to do you. Kind of lost my train of thought there. And I'm not going to edit this at all. I'm just going to keep it rolling. But do you in whatever way that works best for you. Don't do you and then put somebody else's spin on it. No. Do you by any means necessary. Do you. And I feel like a lot of people get lost in the fact that they want to listen to this person or read this book or do that. Instead of reading the books, instead of listening to what they're saying, try to follow what they're doing. Look at their actions and see how you can take, okay, he's doing this. Okay, well, I can't work 80 to 90 hours a week, but I can give myself, an extra 2 or 3 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Or looking at one person that I really look up to, and I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, oh, you're bashing Gary Vee. I'm not bashing nobody. I'm just saying that this is the type of stuff that has worked for me. And that's just doing me, period. Building my brand on my truth. And Gary Vee talks a lot about building your brand on your truth, living up to your truth. But one thing that I love that Gary Vee does, he'll say, do your truth. And it's like, well, I can't tell you what your truth is. So it's like, you can see me living in my truth and see the things that I'm doing day in and day out. But I can't tell you what your truth is. And Gary Vee comes from that perspective of, do you. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Don't even do what I'm doing. Do whatever it is that you are going to benefit the most from. Do whatever it is that is going to make you comfortable and make you happy in your business and your path and your journey to success. But don't get so caught up on what I'm doing or what you don't see that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, people watch Gary Vee's videos, people, read his books. I read his books, watch his videos, listen to his podcast, all of that. But it's one thing when someone is saying live your truth, but you have to understand that they can't tell you what your truth is, and that's like the meat and potatoes about it. It's like, live your truth, document your truth. Make sure that what you're doing is true to yourself and your values and your morals. But I can't tell you what your truth is, so you have to go out there and figure out what it is that you love, what it is that you're true to, what's true to you, and capitalize on that for your personal brand, for your entrepreneurship, for your business, whatever it is. So I didn't want to go over 10 minutes, but it's kind of a little bit over 10 minutes, hitting on 11. But I just wanted to say that it's kind of like a little rant, something that I just had to get off my chest, and I'm just gonna post it to see what the response is. Really, I may not even post it, who knows? But I just had to say that. It's like, being an entrepreneur isn't a cookie cutter thing. It's not, no, I'm gonna go watch Gary Vee videos or Tony Robbins videos or anybody's videos that's in the same space that I am, and I'm just gonna like follow what they say to a T. It doesn't work like that. And if somebody is telling you that it works that way, don't believe them. Like, they're lying. Like, everyone's path, everyone's journey is different. It may have similar outcomes. You may come out successful and, leading this big business, this big agency, whatever. But the journey is the greatest part about it. But the journey is different for everyone. So, like I said, find your truth, discover your truth, and just apply your truth to everything that you do. This video is like raw. Like, I didn't do nothing for this video. I turned on a couple of lights, and it's filmed on literally on my iPhone 6 Plus or 7 Plus. I don't even know. It's just filmed on the iPhone 7, and it's like, that's it. That's my truth. I'm just putting this up real quick, just a quick video, because I had something on my mind. Like, that's my truth. So whatever your truth is, document that, film that, record that, put that on Instagram, put that on social media, whatever it is. Just living your truth, and make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons, not for the money, not for the potential outcome, but for the journey. Like, you have to fall in love with the journey. Once you fall in love with the journey, everything else becomes so much easier. No expectations. You're just in love with the process. You don't have any expectations for success or for happiness or for failure. You're just living the journey. And once you can do that and understand that it's not about what everyone else is doing, it's about what you're doing and how you do you, then you'll become much more successful, much more happier in the long run. So, again, I'm ending this video again. So, yeah, just make sure you guys are living in your truth. If you look below in the description box, all of my information will be there. Hit me up on social media and let me know. Hit me up in the comment box as well. But hit me up on social media and let me know what you guys thought about this video and this little quick kind of rant. I'm not going to edit this or anything. So just let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you are having any battles within your journey, or things that you're going through that you kind of can't get over, and that you're trying to kind of realize your truth, realize what is your truth. So just let me know that. Like I said, everything is in the description box below, all my links, social media, all that. So yeah, stay easy, and I will catch you guys in my next video, which will be more often. I'm going to be posting videos more often, at least once a week. Hold me to that. Hold me accountable. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.